Hey there, it's Joseph, and welcome back to the YouTube channel dedicated to San Miguel de Allende's secrets. And today we're going to talk about green acres, or namely the villages around town that you could move to, and the history of them and a little bit of the pros and cons if you wanted to get out of the city life. As always, in the descriptive box below, there are links to various websites, including Amazon.com, that has all the books in the best-selling series, San Miguel de Allende's Secrets. If you are one of these folks thinking, like Oliver Douglas did, of moving out to green acres from Centro, here are a list of nearby villages, including their history, plus some pros and cons to consider before thrusting your Eva Gabor to the holler shouting out, "Goodbye, city life." Alcacer, located behind the mall and pictured here at the start of the month of the cross, is a great location. It has easy access. They top Alcacer's charms, along with being home of the first volcano to erupt in the Americas once all the continents separated from Pangaea, making for a lovely hiking area in the Pikachu Mountains. Los Lopez, pictured up there to the right, behind the Bodega Aurora, is home to the remains of an old bridge the Spanish used when their wagons were loaded down with silver from the mines. Long known as a robbery hotspot, today metal detector enthusiasts use the area to search for lost treasures from long-dead highway robbers. Although it's a community laced with dirt roads, Los Lopez is surprisingly active, with a kindergarten, middle school, and recently opened state-of-the-art orphanage campus. It also has the only indigenous chapel I've seen that, instead of decaying, was recently added onto, giving testament to the increasing vitality of Los Lopez. Corner of Purgatory. That's a mountain town with lovely views and a well-maintained church to the Lord of Good Health. And that's pretty much it, as the roads turn to muddy adventures beyond it. Still, it's sort of cool to say that you enter and exit Purgatory daily without having to die first, though the logic of going to Purgatory on purpose is rather elusive. Pantoja, pictured in the upper right by the lake, is a ranch area people moved to when the dam finished in 1969. And the areas then known as San Marcos and Flores were flooded, forming the lake. Many families moved closer to the railroad and highway to be on dry land before starting the brick factories that fill Pantoja. Bricks are formed by mixing lake clay, sawdust, and a copious amount of livestock dung, and the area smells accordingly. Pantoja features the shortest Wikipedia entry I've ever seen. One line stating that the struggle for independence from Spain ended here on St. Joseph's Day in 1821, after a decade of fighting. Why such an historic event happened in Pantoja? Or what was even there then, because nothing in Pantoja looks very old, are mysteries to be solved another day. Estación de Canal, located just behind La Comer, is a picturesque site laced with streams and creeks from a mountain spring that burbles down to the lake year-round. The roads into town overflow with water as you cross a stream reminiscent of the English countryside, with nicely spaced rocks a toddler would love to hop among. The area was originally set up for the workers of the Canal family during the colonial era. The Canals are for whom Canal Street is named for, as they lived in the building that is now the Red Bank building across from Starbucks. The Canal family owned the land their workers resided on. Many years later, and a revolution later, residents were granted the properties. It's odd to see such a verdant area in a high desert area, and worth a foray to view something geographically unique. Hikers and mountain bikers roam the area. Jalpa is a village in a valley of 3 extinct volcanoes around a spring-fed lake, pictured in the lower part of the slide. During the Inquisition, wheat was grown here and supported the silver mines. The ancient aqueduct system crisscrossed the mountains, with one of the 2 grinding stones lying near the churchyard, while the other is rumored to be at the bottom of the lake. Jalpa is easy access, and whenever you find a paved road in the middle of nowhere, chances are a government official owns the land at the end of the road. In 1810, Ignacio Perez spent the night in Jalpa on his ride to warn Ignacio Allende and Father Hidalgo of the approaching Spanish army. The revolution is believed to have been delayed one day because of a fiesta in Jalpa that detained Senor Perez. Jalpa fell into ruins after the revolution until the 1970s, when Texan and Mexican gamblers flew their amphibian planes to the village lake to play poker at the old hacienda. Nutla, pictured above, is a surprisingly large town, economically known for honey and mines for the ingredients used in concrete. Go a bit farther from the town for an alpine-like lake filled with mountains and wildflowers. It's truly gorgeous, and it's marvelous to have a mountain lake so close to San Miguel de Allende. Granted, we've our own lake, but it's surrounded by mud and thorns lining the shores. Consequently, our lake, like a Monet, is only pretty from a distance. With so much has changed when it comes to real estate and where it's best to live, yet, with land spreading out so far and wide, just give me that countryside. As always, feel free to click the subscribe button below, and you'll get near daily notifications and new videos that come out here on the YouTube channel dedicated to San Miguel de Allende secrets.